Hey people that are interested in cats, the paranormal and things. So today, Simon, this person that I live with, well, he's going to give you his thoughts on what he thinks is demons, what's demonic that's around him, and his, his thoughts and what he's experienced. So I hope you enjoy his little insight into it all. So let's get on with the video.
Hello, my name is Simon. I have a channel on YouTube called A Pale Horse. I also have a channel on TikTok called A Pale Horse Clip Clop. You can go and look at them if you want. The TikTok one is different than the YouTube one. Anyway, I just want to say as well, I'm going to be talking about certain things, and I just want to make it clear that I've never ever in my life taken any illegal drugs, and I only drink very occasionally, and even then only just, like kind of
Moderation.
Yeah. Anyway, I'll start now. I should have said before I speak I have something to say. Anyway, I didn't. My experiences with demonic entities. I grew up in a house full of turbulence. Both of my parents had drug and alcohol addictions. It is my belief that the alcohol and drugs, yes, even cannabis, but especially heroin, open people up to possession. My dad was the nicest guy in the world until he had been drinking. Then it was like someone else took over. Even though I was too young to remember, I was told multiple times how he would physically assault my mum when he was drunk. As for my mum, I do believe she came under some kind of possession while under the influence of drugs and alcohol. For some reason, the worst effects came from her drinking gin. She didn't do that a lot, by the way. I don't know the reason for that, but on that occasion her face changed. It was like she'd been put on some kind of white makeup, similar to the type that clowns wear. Her features also seemed to change. The room seemed to become cold, and she was very aggressive. It was like someone else was inside her. She went to bed, and 20 minutes later got up and was normal again, and she didn't remember anything that had transpired. As for my experiences with the shadow person, I'll give a brief description, and I'll try not to be too repetitive from older videos. But of how it normally happens, I would be asleep, normally dreaming about whatever. Then it's like something came into my dream. I'll be in an unfamiliar house, and it'll be dark. One of the common things that will happen is that the lights will go out. I'll try to turn it back on, but it won't work. So I'll go into another room. The same thing happens until I'm cornered in a room in the dark. Then I'll start to become aware that I'm dreaming, and I'll start fighting against some force until I start waking up. But it's a bit like I'm underwater. Then when I do manage to wake up, it's freezing cold and I can't move. I usually see a shadow in the corner, sort of hiding in the shadows. It usually swears. It's like Hatman, but it has a hood. Now, as I am a Christian, I rebuke it in the name of Jesus. I'll just add that when I originally did this, it wouldn't leave right away. But the more I did it, it would go quicker. It's like it became less powerful, or I became more powerful, not myself, but what I was saying. To the point that I haven't seen it or been disturbed by it at night for 5 years. However, I do think it's still around, waiting for a chance to get back in. Something else I'll mention is that when I was growing up, probably around the mid-1980s, my mum started dabbling with witchcraft. Well, that's when I became aware of it, at least. That's another way to open doors to the demonic, and we were exposed, my sister and I, to all sorts of books and symbols of the occult at that time. So that's all I've written. So you wanted to ask me some questions, did you?
Yeah.
So I'm sorry I fell over my words a little bit there. The way I've written it. Maybe should have rewritten it, but too late now.
Right. You believe your faith dispels negative energy or any type of influence of the occult?
Yes, I do, because don't know how to answer that really. I believe that it's not just energy, like you turn on a light switch, that's energy, and I think there's the thought process behind it, like there's a demon, or even you could say it's a ghost. I've never seen a ghost of somebody I've known, but I mean that doesn't mean they don't exist.
I thought you seen your granddad at one point.
Yeah, but it wasn't. It was weird. He died I slept in his bedroom that he used to have, and it was like 2-3 years later after he died, and I woke up in the middle of the night, and it was like this green mist in the air. It was really dark, by the way. This was like the middle of the night, and I opened my eyes for some reason, and there was this like green mist, and his face was in the mist, but it looked like he looked when he was in his coffin. He didn't look. I couldn't even tell you what the expression was, but he just looked how he looked in the coffin. So now, if that was him, why would he look like that? And maybe I'll let other people make up their own minds, but that's what it looked like. Now, people told me at the time. My mum told me, "Well, green's a healing colour," and he had kidney failure. Both his kidneys packed up at the same time. But he didn't die right away. But whatever, anyway.
Okay. Do you think what you've been talking about, that is, do you think this is one of the reasons people are going back to church? One of the main reasons.
What? You mean like demons and stuff
yeah,
like that?
Things that are negative or not negative, things that are...
Well, maybe.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's a lot of turmoil in this country at the moment.
Yeah.
And people are like trying to find where they come from, aren't they? So I mean, I think that's perhaps more likely the reason.
A lot of them seem to be going back to their normal.
Going back to your roots.
Yeah, going back to their faith. Right. So, you've said about your mum dabbling in witchcraft.
Yeah.
Do you think that can contribute to negatives in the spirit world? Again, not just negatives, but demonic and...
Yeah, I do. I believe that symbols draw these things to you, like
a sigil,
like a magnet with metal.
Yeah, but yes, some sigils can draw it in.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest with you. I don't know that much about sigils, but I do know that. I mean, King Solomon had his grimoire, didn't he, with the seal of Solomon and everything to control demons with. So I mean, if we're to believe that can work,
Okay.
That's from the Bible as well. I mean, I'm not going to go into that. I'm not an expert on it anyway. But yeah, I do. And I was going to say, since you mentioned it about witchcraft, I remember me and my sister were messing about with one of the witchcraft books, and I wasn't the best reader at the time. I'm not now, actually, but whatever. And like, we were just talking about it between ourselves afterwards. And one of the lines was, and I'll be careful now because I'm going to say it the wrong way around again, and I really don't want to. It was like something. The good can come in, but the ill stay out. And when I said it to her, I said it the wrong way around. And I don't know if that had any effect on things, but it maybe it was a spell of some kind. I couldn't tell you what it was called or anything though.
Do you think that could have started a lot of things off? That
no, there were things going on before, but it might have made it worse.
Okay. And what do you think demons are?
Well, does everybody know what Nephilim are?
I don't know. Maybe the audience doesn't.
Maybe you don't. Then I'll tell you exactly. Then. Now, this is not possibly all demons, but at least some.
Okay.
A Nephilim is the offspring of a human and a fallen angel. And then when the Nephilim dies, because they were never supposed to exist, there's nowhere for them to go. So they have to wander the earth. And, like if you imagine wandering the earth for thousands of years, you might not be in a very good mood.
True.
But the other thing is, like, there's other things like egregores, which is there's a tulpa, which people can create with the collective thought.
Yeah, I was going to ask about that.
And then an egregore is like Slender Man. Millions of people are talking about it, and it gives it like a form, and then a demon can come and take that hollowed out shell and use it.
So that's what I was saying. Do you think collective minds can manifest something into reality?
I do, yeah. Like I just said.
Yeah.
like there's a tulpa, which is like 5 or 6 people that want to create something, so they deliberately do it. And then there's an egregore, which is like society will create something, like the Greek gods, for example. Or if you've ever seen Freddy Krueger's A New Nightmare, is that what it's called? Where he's supposed to be coming into the new world because, sorry, the real world, because all these people love his film so much and they put that much psychic energy into it. It's like created a real form for the devil.
Yeah, it is the new nightmare. Yeah.
So yeah, I do.
Okay. Well, is there anything else you'd like to add?
Let me think a minute. What we've been talking about.
Hold on. Hey, go on.
Okay, so yeah, there's a couple of things I can tell you. I don't know if I've talked about this before. When we were moving, and you were moving in here, you sent me to your house to pick something up, and all the electric had been turned off by this point. So I went at night after work, and I can't remember what I'd gone to get. You wanted me to pick something up, and it was in one of the bedrooms. So I went in, it was dark, like I said, and like I was looking around for it because I couldn't really see. My phone had a flash on it, but it wasn't very good. So anyway, I found it, and I went to bend down to pick it up, and just as I went to bend down, it was like, one of them bells on a little kid's bike. Bing, 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 not like that.
Yeah.
I can't do it. Like a
I know what you
thing,
mean.
and it makes that ringing noise.
Yeah.
I heard that behind me, and before I could react, I heard a kid laugh as well. Now, this is bearing in mind I was in the house on my own.
Well, you think that could be like a type of like from outside, because then...
No, it was right behind me and there was nobody on the street.
Yeah, I suppose if it was dead late as well.
Wait, look, right, the window was all right. I was stood like this. The window's over here somewhere, right?
Yeah.
I'm bending down like that, and the noise came from behind me, and the bedroom door was shut.
Oh, yeah.
So, if that was outside, and this is like at 11 o'clock at night, and here's one of them little kids, like one of the bikes having a little kid's tricycle.
Yes.
Who's letting the kid out at night like that late?
Yeah,
it was
true.
Definitely in the room as well. And for a fact.
Very bizarre.
And then there was also, you've got them stickers.
Yes.
On your thing over there. You can maybe show a picture of it afterwards if you want.
Yeah.
I was staying over, and it was just getting to go to sleep, and they are luminous, so they do glow a little bit. But I was looking at it, and it was like it started burning really, but it was like green flames, and they were like licking up. Like if you imagine this is the skull, they were like licking up it like that. They were, like Ricky says in Trailer Park Boys, they were golfing, and they were golfing all over it. but seriously, it looked like it was actually really setting on fire. It was really weird.
That is very weird.
And the other thing is that shadow person. The first time I saw it in a house, because I had seen it once or twice, but not really. I'd not seen it in the house. When I'd seen ones in the house, they'd been much smaller.
Mm.
That was in your house the first time, and when I first saw it, I couldn't even really decide if there was something there or not. All I know is I woke up, like I've said already, and the room was freezing cold. It was like the kind of cold that sticks to your bones.
Mm.
It wasn't just a bit chilly. It was going right through me, and it was there, and it was just like swaying like that. And then when we moved here, exactly the same thing in that corner.
Yeah.
It seems to go to the darkest part of the room, but even though it's in the darkest part of the room, you can still see it, because it doesn't matter how dark that part of the room is, it's still darker. I don't know how to explain it any better than that. It's darker than the dark, so you can still see its outline.
Yeah.
But yeah, weird. And that cold, I can't explain it. It's like the coldest winter you can think of, and there's no noise outside either. It's like the world stopped. Normally you can hear cars going up and down even at night, but when that's been there, it's like I said, all the noise in the world just stops. It's like there's you and it, and nobody else exists.
And the house that I lived in before as well, there wasn't a road in front or behind.
No, there wasn't. That's true.
Because we were on like a row of houses that backed onto a row of houses.
Yeah.
So it wasn't even close to a road.
Well, that's true. But here we are near it.
Yeah, we are.
And even at night, you still hear cars going up and down.
Yeah.
It was like it was muffling all the sound out. And it was like, I think when the room gets cold like that, I think it's pulling energy out of the air to be able to manifest itself, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
That's what I think's happening. Because, you know, like people's batteries drain, don't they, and stuff like that.
Yes.
Well, even heating the air is the kind of energy that it can probably draw on.
Yeah. Because the last house that I was in, was very, very warm. Very warm.
Yeah, it was. And the sleep paralysis as well.
Yeah.
That I used to get that before in the 90s, like I've said in other videos.
Yes.
That was kind of happening as well, but it wasn't the same though, because I could still, it was like it was keeping me asleep somehow, so that it could mess with me in my dream. I don't know how it gets into my dream, but it gets in there somehow. And yeah, people can believe me or not believe me. It doesn't like it when you tell it, say Jesus' name. I know for a fact it doesn't. None of them do. But that's, you know, you can believe me or don't believe me, but I know because I've experienced it.
Okay.
But yeah, that's basically it. I can't think of anything else off the top of my head. But maybe if anybody's got any questions, they can put it in your comment section, and I'll, you know, come back another time.
Okay.
Well, come back. I mean, Olivia, don't I? But you know what I mean. I mean, you can make another video.
Okay.
If you want.
All right. Thank you.
All right.
Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, share and subscribe, and hold on. What do you say?
Stay classy, San Diego. I mean, thanks for watching, and give it a thumbs up. Bye for now.
Can't get the staff. Anyway, see you on Monday. Bye.